Hello again. We're back. Uh, so yeah, I'm filming like this second part just in case I don't record next week. But I am gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna try and find time, especially like now. Like I have more time because I'm only yeah. I start usually at 5 or 6, and then I finish at 9. So that's my show running plus event manager jobs that I do at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. But yeah, I kind of like Adelaide. Like I don't know if it's because of like the fringe is happening. You have to see it outside of the fringe because people are like, oh, it's boring. But I'm like Adelaide back. You know what I mean? Like they're pretty chill here. They're Adelaide back. I know I repeated that one again because I'm proud of it. But yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things that I want to go and do. Like I need to go to the zoo. Apparently, they have a really good animal zoo, and you can hug koalas. I don't know if I'm going to do that because koalas have chlamydia, and I don't want to give it to them. But no, no, no. They have chlamydia, or like I don't know. I think those are the wild ones. They have chlamydia, but also just like as an animal, like the morality, the yeah, just for the animal's well-being. I don't think it's good that animals get to hug humans every day. I don't know how many they do, but like it must be scary for them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm scared that I've done this wrong. The recording system. I'm still not used to this. Recording podcasts, and I'm still not very good at it. Like I don't. Um, but yeah, no, it should be fine. I can see like little bars going up and down. They're catching my voice. But yeah, so I want to go to the zoo. There's so many shows I want to go see during the Fringe Festival. Like I sorted out my favorites, and there's like 20 I want to go and see. But when you work at the Gluttony and at the Garden, and, you're an event manager, you have all these passes so you can get in for free. I just need to like use them. The only day I have off are like Tuesdays, so I really need to like make sure I do shit on Tuesdays. Yeah, like there's this band that I want to go see. Well, I think it's a show. It's called 27 Club, and it's these bands and these singers who sing songs or covers of songs of people that died when they're 27. And I want to go and see it. The 27 Club. Yeah, it sounds good. It looks good. I want to go there with somebody, but I need to find like a friend. I need to find a friend. But I'll just go there alone. Like that's the thing, you know. I don't mind doing things alone. I don't mind going to the cinema alone. I don't mind. I haven't done a music concert. I've been to comedy shows alone. Um, what else have I done alone? I went to museums alone. I'm trying to think. I haven't had dinner alone. Like I haven't gone to like a restaurant or like a really fancy dining place and had dinner by myself. I had a friend, Artem, he'd do that and he enjoyed it. But I feel like I am gonna be one that kind of person. Like I would go to Paris and I would go to like Bouillon Julien and I would eat alone. Like I'll just get just enjoy the meal. Go there for an hour, have a glass of wine, have the saucisse and puree from the terre. Maybe no, I'll have an entree first. What would I have on for entree? I'll have the egg mayonnaise, and then the avocado, and then I'll have the saucisse from the terre, and then for dessert I'll have a chocolate fondant. Mm. With a glass of wine, red wine, of course. Oh, yeah, go to Boulangerie in Paris. It's the food's so delicious there, so nice. Um, yeah, that was the last restaurant I went there with the boys. The boys. Yeah, it was fun. It was James, Artem, and Sam. It was really good. Yeah, really fun. But yeah, I kind of miss them, especially like dude, especially like Louis C.K. is touring and he's doing a show in Paris. I'm like, fuck, I could have. I saw him like 2 years ago. Artem bought me the tickets, and I was like, fuck, I could have. Oh, it would have been great to see him again. Especially like I hear podcasts like on the we might be drunk that he has like a new hour and it's so good. Yeah, I like to see him again. Hopefully he's gonna do an Australian tour. And if he does, I hope I'll be in Perth. I'll go see it with Toby and Emily. That'll be fun. That'll be my little treat for them. My little treat. But also I was thinking about buying a ticket in Paris just in case I'm like there. Just in case, like I'll be in Paris and I could be there for like Christmas and yeah, because I could be there for Christmas or maybe with my family and maybe do New Year's as well. But yeah, because I don't want to miss out. That's the thing. If I was there and I like, oh, there's a week CK concert and I don't have any tickets, I'll just hate myself. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I met up with a friend yesterday, a friend from Paris, like a comedy friend, an open mic comedy friend. Yeah, he like we would do shows together at open mics. He was never like good enough to be on showcases, but he was I don't think maybe he did a few showcases. Maybe he did but he would always be at open mics. So he would be a good friend of Anna Patiani's of like Mike in Progress, and so he would get booked on that show. But yeah, he was a guy who he saw a bit like me the birth of Mike in Progress and saw how it became. But then afterwards he kind of stopped comedy and he met his wife, or back then was his girlfriend, and she got pregnant and they moved to Australia and they had the baby. They had the baby in Colombia, but now they live in Sydney. And we are just talking about Australia, and he doesn't like Australia. He's like, yeah, he doesn't like it. He'd rather be in Paris or in Miami. Yeah, he doesn't like it. But and that we were just talking, we are just trashing on Australia, how I was just saying to him yeah, I think he doesn't like it just because he could stay here for the rest of his life, you know, and whereas I'm like, oh, if I didn't like Australia, the reason why I went to Australia was because I could travel to other cities, other countries, especially Asia. But he has a kid, and so he has a job, and so he's like, oh, I'll do that eventually. It would be oh, I'll go to New Zealand, but I'm going to be doing all those countries within 3 years, which is short. And but yeah, but I was just saying to him I would never live in Australia, and he was like, yeah, you should move back to Paris, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then he was like, yeah, never don't date an Australian. They're very materialistic. I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, because true, I haven't met any. like proper like Australian women. I feel like because everybody that I hang out with are like mostly like comedians, and so I just feel they kind of like they are different. Like I think once you work in a place like a bar, but like when I was working at the Brass Monkey during the Perth Fringe Festival, the people that I was like talking to at the bar were like they were either American or Spanish or English. They weren't Australians. Maybe they were all like working like in the mines like FIFO, earning that cha-ching. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, I'm gonna meet some Australian women soon, so I say that very eagerly. But yeah, even like guys. Yeah, it's just funny. It's just I always I like speaking to French people in Australia. It's always fun. There's quite a lot of French people actually. Uh, yeah, did I mention the French group? No, I didn't record that. But yeah, on Saturday morning, I went to like a little cafe because I was waiting for a venue to open up, and the table next to me was like a group of like there were probably like 8 people, and they were all speaking French, and they weren't native speakers because I can tell, but they were just like Australians, and I think it was just like a French gathering group where people who speak French or want to improve on their French just speak French with one another, and it's kind of nice. And they do meetups every Saturday at 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna go to one. But even when I was scanning tickets, I'll hear like a little French on it, a little French accent, and or they would say something in French, and I'll speak to them in French, and yeah, and they're like so happy. And someone like the guy, my friend yesterday, he was telling me, oh no, it's just another thing, but they're just so happy just because you're French, and they just speak French to you, and they're like really cool. But then afterwards, they still ask the same questions, like, oh, but you spoke a really good English to me, like with an English accent, like how come? And I'm like, oh, born in England, raised in France, which is something I need to work on. Like, there's a joke there. There's a joke there. Yeah, because when you're like in my situation, or like when you speak two languages like perfectly well, that's how you introduce yourself. You have to be like, well, born in England, raised in France. Yeah. Or grew up in France. Grew up in France. Was beef. Um, but yeah, there's plenty of things. Oh yeah, this episode I was supposed to talk about all the things that I wanted to do in Adelaide. So yeah, go to the zoo, go to the beach. That's something I wanted to do. Go to the beach. They have a really good beach called Glenelg Beach. Apparently it's that, but they have no shark nets. So I'm a bit worried. But I don't know. I might. They're like, oh yeah, if you see helicopters or if you hear sirens, then that's when you get out of the water. I'm like, yeah, no. Is that a cut in the glass? Oh. But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, Adelaide's a cool place. Like, I would definitely I feel like raise a family here. Like, if I was living in Australia, if I was bound to Australia somehow, Adelaide would be a nice place to like raise. And I had a normal life, like I didn't do comedy, and I was just doing like a job. Adelaide would be a nice place. Like I'm currently staying in Woodville. I'm staying with a nice couple who I met on like a Facebook group. They're really nice, and I'm gonna yeah, they're really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna record another one. Oh yeah, this is This is not boring. This is probably a boring conversation. The second part was boring just because I'm talking about Adelaide. But yeah, there's so much I want to do with this podcast. I'm still figuring it out. You know, I'm getting a few views, which is always good. I'm getting a few. I think like on one of the videos I got 20 views, which I'm really happy with. 20, I know, and it's crazy. Like Mr. Beast gets like these millions of views, and when he gets a million, he's like unhappy. But like I'm happy when I got. Oh no, it's 19, and it's gonna be 20 soon. But yeah, I got a view on at least every podcast episode, so that's nice. The minimum is one, and the maximum is 19. But yeah, I've only done, what was it, 4 episodes. So this is going to be fifth and sixth. And I will see you next week. So yeah, I'll probably post the fifth one today, and the sixth one the beginning of next week, maybe Sunday, or maybe not Sunday, maybe Monday, and then record another episode Friday. That would be good. Something like that. And hopefully I have some good stories to tell. Because I feel like I'm just rambling, but there's nothing happening. Not much happening. But maybe I do have stories, but it's just like I need to this is the thing, when you do the podcast you just forget about everything and you just kind of go alright. But I like it. Yeah, I didn't look at my phone for at least an hour. And I just go with the thoughts of mine. I just go with my thoughts and then words come out. But yeah, Adelaide Fringe. Here we go. Still 4 more weekends. I count the fringes and weekends, so still 4 more weekends. Yep. Okay. Cheerio. Ta ta. Bye. Au revoir.